for April 27th, 2026. I am recording this tired. I went to the gym this evening after work, and it took a lot out of me. It took a lot. Like, I don't know what it was, but I was also fronting this morning. I didn't want to eat a lot, all of that stuff. So I didn't eat a lot. Well, I think it's also mental. And then I went, and it took a lot. It took a lot out of me. So I came back, and for the last hour, I've just been quiet, just just breathing, doom scrolling, but just breathing too. Um, so today was it was magical in terms of how productive it was. I had several meetings with my team to sort of figure out what's going on and what's going on, like historical and then predict, like forecasting. Um, we made some significant progress. We sort of agreed on the principles for sorry agreed on principles for um, offering discounts to our customers, agreed on pricing model for BetSoft software, PMS, property management software, or HMS, hospitality management software. So yeah, we agreed on pricing for that. So we're going to then get some sort of forecast for the rest of the year for the products in terms of commercialization and things like that, revenue generation, commercialization, expenses, things. Whew. Hi. Hello. So yeah, today was super efficient. We made some. I realized that so we have a team. I'm not going to go into details of what team it is or why, so that we don't point fingers. But basically, this team is not really pulling their weight, and we talked about this team extensively today. It's like, hello, it's like you expect that, oh, there should be adequate job knowledge. There's been trainings, there's been hand holding, all of that, but it seems like all of them are new, and it seems like, so it's just tiring. I feel like it feels like I'm doing these new teams all over again, over and over again, because honestly, I'm trying to get the right people um in the right seats, right? And I don't want to make a mistake. So if I get the wrong person, and sometimes we have to admit that sometimes we get the wrong person, right? Um, you want to quickly change it so that it doesn't do too much damage. And I just realized that, well, they'll prove to me by the end of this month whether the right fit or not. So I'll just be watching. But otherwise, I'm just drained generally. Drained. Drained. I'm definitely going in tomorrow. Maybe not. I'm definitely going in tomorrow. I did a recording too. Oh yeah. This was something that was interesting because I started a series last week called Stories by Bedrock, and I know that some of you are familiar with Stories by Bedrock being a vertical, a business that we're doing in terms of content creation, and it was a content creation studio and a small cinema, right? But since it went defunct, we turned it into a YouTube series. So I just did another video today, and I'm pretty stoked about it because it's just really, the entire story is lifting the hood on the hospitality industry in Nigeria, what obtains, what happens, the real stories, real experiences, and just painting a real picture for customers, but also for guests, but also for the operators to see that, look, while everybody praises the hospitality business as something that is super profitable, and oh my god, you make a lot of money, you call me, you just stay the money will fall into your life in dollars from Airbnb is not necessarily the case, because there's a lot also that goes into it. So I hope that when it comes out, you watch it. That's the hope. But yeah, so I definitely marked a couple of checked some things off my list today. Also, I don't know if I've started a diet. It's not a diet. I'm not dieting for any reason. But I chose to start eating a little more consciously, right? So recently I've started to do more eggs in my, like for breakfast, do eggs. Today I did a parfait for breakfast. It was just like single fruit, granola, and very, very creamy yogurt. Shout out to Mitch and Kate. So I was very, 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 very tired and and drained, and then my lunch came, because I had already given the instruction that, oh please help. It was the healthiest meal ever. So in my head I was like, oh yes, I've worked so hard today, I'm gonna fill myself up with food. It didn't happen, no. It did not. I was just like, oh my god, I'm suffering. I'm not. But yeah, sometimes I now realize that with this thing I've just said now, I've just realized that, yeah, I've just realized that I'm an emotional eater. I am. I confess. So what you gonna do about it? um, yeah, that today, yeah. You know what? Yesterday, oh, yes, I'm hydrating. Oh, I'm hydrating. Here you go. So yesterday in church, they asked me, and I'm going to round up from here. Yesterday in church, they asked me to do content for them, and one of the content questions was, they put a camera in face and say, repeat after me, and then say the answer. The question was, my mother is hey God, I beg. What was the question? My mother once said, and then repeat what your mother once said. Hey, let me tell you what my mother once said. She's here. She said, if you cry, I'll give you something to cry about. Did your mother say that? My mother once said, Jay. Like, Jay is a threat. Is saying, eat it. Eat it. Like, I dare you, eat it. If you don't really understand the African context, you miss that one. She also said, I mean, one of the positive ones she said was, the the daughter of a lioness is a lioness. I remember her. She kept on drumming it into my consciousness, my sister's consciousness, to all of us, that the daughter of a lioness is a lioness. And indeed. What did your mother once say? Okay, so my confession, what I'm thankful for today, before I go into my confession, is I always thank God for presence of mind. I am also always very grateful for it. I am grateful. Today I was talking to someone who came to see me, Ima. Ima is one of my colleagues from Sycamore, early days Sycamore, right? So he saw us pretty young in business, right? And grew with us, right? Ima saw us today, and I was just telling him, in the last few weeks / months, this is what we've been doing, this is what we're doing, he was just like, oh my god, that you guys are doing so incredible in Bedrock, that I'm so proud of you, this and that and the other. He was just like, wow. And I just kept quiet, because I'm like, It is remarkable, the work that we've done. It is very remarkable. I was just looking back. I'm thankful for how far we've come. Not just as Bedrock, Sycamore. Very humble beginnings, how we started, literally scraping and scratching, trying to make the next customer. I remember one example of trying to make the next customer, right, where we got this customer who wanted 5 million naira. It was maybe our first year of business, 5 million. That was our biggest single obligor request. So I was like, we must do it, because I have dealt with that customer in another institution before, and he is a good customer. Like, you know how people will say, this one did default. No, this one is a good customer. If he says he will pay on this day, close your eyes and sleep. That money will land in your account. Very, very fantastic guy. So when I saw his name, I said, we must do this thing. Went, borrowed. Finally made the payment, made the whole, as in, because we didn't have enough money, right? So borrowed. And this guy, then I called him and said, oh wait, we're ready to disburse. He now says that he has taken the loan from somewhere else. Thing pained me, because I was like, oh, this person could have grown in our system. But it just shows me, today, 7 years later, we have billboards all across Lagos, all across Nigeria. We have citizens, that's what our people are called, all over the world, all over, like representing us, alumni and present guys representing us all over the world. And it's very humbling, because look at where we started from and look at where we are now. And it's just the progress I'm grateful for today. Hello. I'm grateful for the progress. I'm grateful for how far God has brought us. Because 5 years in, we could have packed up. 2 years in, so in fact, 6 months in, we could have just said, you know what, it's not really for us, let's go. But that wasn't the case. We've lost customers along the way. We've, gained friends. We have, just a lot has happened. The initial founding team has also dispersed a little. I'm now primarily focused on building a hospitality brand and group without any kind of prior experience. We are building for hospitality. We are building a hospitality brand. We are building we have a dev shop in-house, but we have a restaurant in-house. We have a lounge as well, and then we have a travel agency that's coming up. And I'm just like, this is not to brag or anything. It's really, wow. God has really, really, really brought us through a lot. Literally, year one was into COVID. So he has brought us into from it. We're coming from a far place. And I know that God is still taking us a long way. So I'm just grateful. That was something that I really delved into yesterday, and I'm just grateful for our progress. Thank you, Lord. My confession today. My confession is that I am sound in mind. My body is strong. My hands are for war. A bow of steel. I can do hard things. I'm capable of anything I put my mind into. God is my source, so I lack absolutely nothing. My health is intact. My body is intact. My family is intact. Nothing broken, nothing missing. We started this year together. We'll end it together. My feet walk into rooms that people have heard about me before and are willing to follow themselves to favor me. Every day and in every way, I am getting better. Physically, spiritually, financially, mentally, morally, in every way, I am getting better. God has said, when you look, I am looking. My eyes have insight, foresight, and hindsight all at once. I have the benefits of those. He said, look, I'm doing a new thing. God is constantly doing a new thing. Doing a new thing. He said, I'm making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. That's what he's doing in my life. And I thank God for it. That one said, pray, pray. So that's really good. I'm gonna end here and try to get some sleep. Yeah, I think I've figured out the thing that works for me right now, so try to get some sleep. I hope that you had a good day, and if you didn't, I hope you have a better night. And then how do you deal with people who used to be your friends, and you know, you cherish like birthdays and you reach out and crickets. How do you deal with that? Just curious. All right, good night.